Hey there, guys. Some people have asked me to make a video about recommendations for what to get for the current farming event and the vision card tokens that you can get from it. So in this video, we'll be just briefly covering that. So unlike most of the farming events, there's no summon box. You get the stuff directly by going to the exchange shop on the shop tab, and then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom on the exchange shop. I don't know why they hit it crazy like this, but all the way at the bottom down here, you'll see the event exchange shop land swarming with Omega Spawn. So I've gotten a bunch of questions asking what you should get from the shop. I don't entirely understand the questions because the simple answer is get everything. Once you clear all the way to 400,000 event points, assuming you've used an entire party of Brave Exvius units, which is pretty easy to do, everything gets bonus all the way down to the 3-star Brave Exvius units, you should have enough currency to buy basically everything. So there's really no question to answer of what should I get, because the answer is all of it. So all the fragments, even if you don't need them, grab them anyway. The Neovision's Awakened fragments, honestly, you could skip these. I grabbed Titus by accident, thinking it was the new Titus. It's not. But Titus, Freya, and Rain, really skip those if you want to. Definitely grab all this. You can skip the insignias because you probably get a billion of these from the game. Grab the STMR moguls, grab the STMRs, grab the Cactuars, grab the currency stuff. Skip the turtles and mini Cactuars unless you need them, then of course grab them too. Grab all that. Super Sight, newer players, if you need it, by all means grab it. For older players, you can skip that. And then all the gear, grab it too, because even though some of the gear is really just not that good, like, Way of the Samurai is one of the worst ones, pretty terrible. And then this Magic Evasion armor is pretty terrible, but why not? So when people ask, what should I get? The answer is basically everything. By the time you reach 400,000 EP, you can afford almost everything. And even if you can't afford it, farm it a little bit more. An extra 20 minutes will get you all the extra currency you need. But then the bigger question is the very bottom down here. You get two of these. The VC Select 8th Anniversary. And this allows you to select 2 vision cards. Now that's more of a question that should be answered. So let's go over to where we exchange those. I think it's over here. I have to find it myself, so give me just a moment. I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Exchange shop, vision cards, right here, I think. Yeah, so I personally have not exchanged mine, but there you go. So the question here, what should you get? First of all, actually, are these only banner cards? It looks like they are, just at a very brief look. I think they are only banner cards. Okay, I was going to say don't get a units card, but I guess they don't have any. Okay, so from this vision card select, what of this is worth getting today? So the thing is, because, at this point it's sort of common knowledge, we're not getting any more Clash of Wills, we're not getting any more Dark Visions. The current Vision World will be our last one. So anything that really helps you with Clash, Vision World, or Dark Visions is not going to matter in terms of Vision cards. The Vision World is currently open right now, so I guess if you think one would help you with that, so a card that gives either Beast or Fairy Killer to help you cap the current Vision World, that could be okay. I feel like the current Vision World is relatively not that challenging, so a card probably won't help you. Yeah. So then what would the cards be useful for then? Basically the series boss battles. So which of these cards will help you clear the series boss battles? And that's the only question that should really matter for choosing a vision card. So all these older cards are not going to help you. Like Leave It to Me, Warrior of the Azure, all this stuff, really kind of whatever. So honestly speaking, what I would say at this point in the game's life cycle, the only thing that would really matter for vision cards is just like stat cards. So things like Deoxys, Lord of Darkness. This gives you some killers and what is this? Machine Killer. None of the SPBs are machines, so yeah, that's going to be a big skip. Demon of Death and Destruction. Some of these I remember, like right here. This one. This is a card that gives you, for dark categories, Dark and Clash, will give you 750 attack and magic. Now, Zaan's Vision card is better if you've got that. Ethony's Vision card is better, but if you don't have either Zaan or Ethony's card for 1,000 attack power, then this one would probably be okay. The other one is right here, Knight of Boundless Power. This is some LB damage, Beast and Stone Killer, and then 750 stats for a light element Clash of Wills unit. So, for example, Fundamental Force. This would be a good card for Fundamental Force. This demon one right here would be a good card for either Ethny or Zaan if you don't have their own Vision cards at EX3. This one would also be good for Wilhelm. He's also a light Clash of Wills unit. The new Risen Hero Tyvis, this is a good card for him. So I would say that. What is this one? Hatred for Dragoons is Water and Clash. 750 Water and Clash. Okay, so Water and Clash of Wills. I think Water is Ethny and Chao, Aang. Both Chao and Aang are really outdated. Xyrus, it could be good for. But Xyrus is pretty terrible, and again, you know, we're not using... If you're talking meta parties, we're not using things like Xyrus, Aang, or Chao in the current series boss battles, because, honestly speaking, they're just not good enough to do it in time. So, the only ones that really matter are like these light or dark cards. Warden of the Aquapolis is... What does this do? This gives Aqua Killer. That's not going to matter ever again, so forget that. Best in the Land is Bird Killer. It's never going to matter. Ruler of the Waters is 500 for water. That's pretty useless. Yeah, so if I were to give a recommendation, I guess it would be Knights of Boundless Power, because it's a okay card for, you know, like Wilhelm or Fundamental Force. And to just show you that I'm serious, I'll go ahead and use my own ticket on Knight of Boundless Power, because that's good for Fundamental Force. I've already personally got both Zaan and the other one. What's the other one? Zaan and Ethony's card. So this one is not going to do that much for me. It is 20 evasion though. Then again, if I'm using, I don't know. What would the last one be? What is this one again? Deoxys. Oh, Human and Machine Killer. I think for my last card, I'm just going to wait, because honestly, I don't really need any of these. So, I'll just wait. But, you know, Knight of Boundless Power or Demon of Death and Destruction would be my recommendation for what is the two best cards at this point in the game's life cycle. Now, we've still got 3 weeks left of, you know, content coming and all that. Maybe there's something surprising coming later in the month. So I would just, for now, hold off on a ticket. And maybe there's something surprising that, you know, maybe you really want like a Bird Killer or something for something coming later in the month. So I'm going to just hold my last one. But at the current time, I would say my recommendation is Knights of Boundless Power or Demon of Death and Destruction. Anyway, there it is. I've gotten many requests about what card should I pick. There's my recommendations, but of course, as always, it is ultimately your own decision. Anyway, see you in a bit.